All right. Welcome, NorCal Sports Network. What a Warriors-Kings basketball game tonight. And, man, all you Kings fans in the chat, light your stinking beam. Here it is, baby. That's it. There's your beam. I just broke it. Doggone beam. Take that beam and put it, where. Telling that was a bogus non-call on Kuminga at the end of the game. Total hack job. He went up, power. You always get that call at home. Riffs.
Yes, a pencil.
Riffs. Yeah, pencil. I didn't have anything else to break.
Dan's serious when he's on here breaking pencils. You better watch out.
I just happened to see that pencil, and I thought, you know what? That looks like a beam. Let's break it in half. Spencer, he didn't lose the ball. Kuminga, watch it again. Watch it again, Spencer. He got hammered on the arm, on the left arm. Made him lose the ball. That's why he lost the ball. The ball got knocked out. He lost the ball because he got hit. Go watch it again and come back and tell me. Be honest. If you can't be honest, you'll go into a timeout. I'm not pissed. I'm mad. No, Spencer, go watch it. I wish I could pull it up. In fact, I'll find it. I bet you it's on Twitter. Somebody put that on there. That was a hack. Somebody, let me see that last play. Somebody's got to put that on there. Kings, they ain't going anywhere. Forget it. No, Warrior Kuminga's a stud, man. That guy, everybody is. I've been telling you, Kuminga is a stud. That guy is going to be a top 10 player in this league 5 years from now. Mark my words. He'll be an all-star within 2 seasons. Trade Clay, Wiggins, and someone else for a blockbuster trade. I'm fine with that. Clay, he can't play defense much anymore. Harrison Barnes just took him to the cleaners. I got the shirt. How many shirts did you get, Chardal? How many shirts, Chardal? You got the shirt or the shirts? Thank my wife for that. Thank my wife for that. You got two. Yeah,
2 shirts.
Yeah, thank my wife for that. I said I'm sending one, and it's $3 more to ship 2. She said it's always better to be a blessing. So
look at that. Yeah, I didn't even get. No, I did.
Did you get 2? Yeah, you got 2. Yeah. I don't know.
That's funny. I like that. That's funny. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. So, that was a great game though tonight. Curry, they were going to double team him at the end of the game. That was a total mistake on the Warriors not to call timeout once they crossed half court. Set up a play. They still had a good 8 seconds or so once they got it over the half court line. You're welcome, Chardal. Should have definitely been a called a timeout. That you knew the Kings were, the Warriors couldn't even think. It's like, oh wait, we got to get the ball to Curry. They're so desperate to put the ball in Curry's hands that they set him up to get trapped. It was just very dumb tonight. I don't know that Kerr should have been down the sideline and yelling in the ref, timeout. Once he crossed half court, he should have got the timeout. So that was bad. You could have had a play. You're only down 1 point. At that point, you could set up a play. You could set up all kinds. You could set up a backdoor cut. You can do a, alley-oop to Kuminga. You can have Curry take it and, drive and try and lay it up, winning bucket or get fouled. And if he, he gets double teamed, he could pass it out. There could be Clay wide open for a shot or, Wiggins. There was so many options to do if you called the timeout. But anyway, it was a great game. It was a great game to watch. The Warriors, they need some help. But we'll get off the Warriors. I just wanted to cover that because it was just ended and it was such a great game. So we're going to, as the thumbnail talked about, Susan Slusser, San Francisco Chronicle, put out a really excellent article today.
Yes. Nice job, Susan. I like it.
Talking about did Farhan misread the market by
no.
We could pull up the article if anybody didn't see the article. What, you got that, Eric?
You know what? Let me see if it comes up through Twitter.
It does under Susan. It does.
Not Farhan. Farhan didn't miscalculate on the market.
Yeah.
Come on.
Jeez. So basically kind of talked about, the Giants needing power hitters and they let everybody go. I'll tell you what I said, guys. In fact, I'll pull up my Twitter and I'll just read it to you because, and that'll actually pull up the article as well. So I'll grab it.
It's doing the whole BS again with you got to be a paid subscriber.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, here, I got it right here. I got it.
See if you could grab it. Yeah.
Hold on here. What am I doing? Oh, share screen. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat talking about Jock going to Arizona. We'll also touch on that as well. Only $9 million. How about that?
Yeah, $10 million less than what Farhan overpaid him for last year. That just tells you this guy has no clue. He has no clue how to run a baseball club.
Now, what's this guy going to tell you? What if Jock tears it up in Arizona? Is that going to say anything or no?
Well, he's got more people around him to hit. So
true, he's got protection. Yeah,
he's got protection. He may. I think Jock will have a bounce. Oops, is that showing? There we go.
We aren't alone. All right, there we go.
All right. So this is a well-written, much-needed article. Is the ownership group and Farhan really interested in spending money and building a winning team for 24? It doesn't appear they are. If they were willing to spend $700 million on Ohtani and more for other players, as required by Ohtani, why are they not spending $500 million total on Bellinger, Snell, Hoskins, and Soler? Imagine that. You could get Bellinger for $200, Snell for $200. That's $400. And Hoskins and Soler for less than $100. Okay.
Correct.
So there's your 500 for four difference makers.
200 million less. 200 million less than what?
Yeah. And you got four players. This team is not serious, guys. Don't let them continue to blow smoke up your butt. Okay. They're not serious. The Giants could have easily signed those four players for that money and had a powerful middle of the order and a 1-2 punch with Webb and Snell. Truth is, I don't think they're serious about spending the money, and I believe it's mostly lip service. In fact, it's probably all lip service. So here is the article from Susan Slusser. If we can get it. There we go.
Yeah, hit on the picture. I'm telling you, it may give you
pop.
that little error.
Yeah. All right. There we go. There's Rhys Hoskins. I'm going to just hit parts of this. Giants made a minor run at Rhys Hoskins.
Oh, it's not showing, by the way. It's not. You're not. Because open up a new window. Yep.
Let me do that. There. Share. Open.
I agree, Will. I agree.
Okay, showing now.
Yep. Good.
There's Rhys, right?
That's Rhys.
Okay. Says the Giants made a minor run at Rhys Hoskins, the former Philly slugger from Sacramento, but the offer wasn't close to Milwaukee's. According to industry sources, Hoskins agreed. See, Farhan's trying to chimp his way through everything. He thinks, guys aren't getting signed, so I can wait in the market. I'll lowball guys, and I'll win.
About this in here.
And you lost. You lost, Farhan. Yep. You lost again. And you'll soon be far gone once the ownership and Larry Bear gets their butts out of their, heads out of their, I should say. I mean, come on, I'm critical. Correct. I'm being critical because I'm pissed off at the lip service that the Giants provide. It's all lip service. They don't. It's become they really are becoming the laughing stock stock of Major League Baseball. I mean, come on. You said you were serious. You're going $700 million on Ohtani. One guy, like that was going to make or break your team. He didn't make the playoffs with Mike Trout with the Angels. So you needed more. Now you don't even spend $500 million, as I said, to get 4 terrific players: Bellinger, Snell, Hoskins, Soler. Now, what are you going to say? Okay, well, what are you going to do with you got Bellinger, Hoskins, and Soler? What are you going to do with Wade and Flores? Very simple. Now you have excess. Now you have an abundance of things, of people that maybe you can either use off the bench or you can use to trade. How about this for a lineup? Jung-Hoo Lee leading off, Estrada at second, batting third, Bellinger, batting fourth, DHing, Jorge Soler, guy who hits 36 bombs last year, batting fifth, playing left field. Wait, did I say Bellinger at third? Soler fourth?
Right.
Okay. And then how about fifth? You go with Conforto in left field. I think he's probably better than Yaz. Maybe you put Yaz in there. I don't know. Sixth, you've got Rhys Hoskins at first base.
Yep.
Seventh, you've got Patrick Bailey. Or you can put him eighth. It doesn't matter. And then you got Schmidt and Luciano.
There you go.
Luciano Schmidt. You got 2 young guys in the lineup. Plus, Bailey's young too. And then you got Jung-Hoo Lee. But you've just put your middle of the order. How would you like a middle of the order of 4 guys that can hit 25 or more home runs? You'd have Bellinger 3, Soler 4, Conforto, who's done it before, 5, Hoskins 6.
Correct.
I mean, come on.
I like that.
And then
you go get a damn pitcher.
Yeah, you can use Flores, who's signed for 2 years for cheap, to get a, you can use him and maybe even Wade and trade them both. Or you could keep one or both. You could actually trade Yaz and use Wade as your third or fourth outfielder, occasional first base. You can use Flores off the bench. How would you like to have Wade and Flores
off the bench?
2 guys that can hit the long ball coming off the bench to pinch hit, or occasionally, and then you still have JD Davis. I mean, you'd actually have a team. It's remarkable. It's stunning. It's absolutely mind-blowing that they don't do anything to improve the team. Lou says, Dan, if they would have done this, they would have been competitive. It would make too much sense. Yeah, I mean, they say they want these guys, and they're going to get guys. They're going to be aggressive. No, they're not. Something's going on down there at Third and King where the owners, I don't know if they're losing money in deals that they've made, that they borrowed money for other real estate deals or what the heck, but they sure are acting like they're like going bankrupt or something, the way they're not spending. Yeah, they spent 113, yes, on Jung-Hoo Lee. And you know what? He probably would have been able to sign for 60 to 70 million.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? He signed, you got him. Okay. We'll see how he does. Hopefully he does well. It's going to be, he's basically coming up from AA.
Correct.
Okay. Coming up from AA. And you're expecting this guy to be
a center fielder and a top of the order hitter.
We don't even know how his arm's going to play in center field. We don't know. Another reason to sign Bellinger, because you could put Bellinger, if Lee for some reason doesn't cut it, you can move Lee to the corner. Look, guys, you're always better off having more depth and talent than what you need. And then you can make trades. You know what? If you got an abundance of guys that there's just not enough positions for, is that a good problem to have? You darn well bet it is. I mean, what are the Giants going to do with this lineup the moment guys start getting hurt? What are they going to do?
Yep. Reach down into good old Sacramento and Richmond, probably.
This is so bogus about John Heyman says Giants were in on late on Hoskins.
What?
Late? You had months to get in on him. Nobody
Whatever.
signed. Why would you get in late, Farhan? What are you doing? You don't know how to set a market. As the article says, let's get back into the article.
Let's get back into it.
Okay,
let's get into that second paragraph. That kind of really gets
Did the Giants simply misread the market? Or were they not that serious about a NorCal player with 30-plus homer potential?
That's a dig.
Is hard to
That's
imagine,
a dig.
Given the lineup's need for someone who can provide some thunder. The power sources available are starting to dwindle. When San Francisco won an MLB high 107 games in 21, they hit 241 homers to top the National League. They missed the playoffs in 22 when they were 14th in the majors in homers, and again last year when they fell to 19th. The 4 teams with the most home runs were all in the postseason. And the Rangers, who hit 233, won it all. The Braves led the majors 307 and won an MLB best 104. The Dodgers were second with 249, and they won 100 games. The Giants hit 182, and they have not added significant pop to date. Designated hitter Jock Peterson, who hit 38 homers for the team over 2 years, is now not expected back. He's now an Arizona Diamondback. Most of the top remaining power hitters on the board are essentially DH's Jorge Soler, 36 homers, JD Martinez, 33, as well as 2 familiar names, longtime Dodger Justin Turner and first baseman Brandon Belt. The Giants have been linked with exactly none, 0 of those players. President of Baseball Ops, Farhan Zaidi, is looking to upgrade the defense yet again, which means Matt Chapman is the team's top position player target. He hit 17 homers in 140 games for the Jays last year, but played through a hand injury. He battled a wrist injury the previous season and nevertheless hit 27 homers. And, of course, there are those 4 gold gloves and 2 platinum gloves. He'll turn 31 in April. Will Chapman ever get back to the 30-plus homer level he showed? No, not a chance. Not a chance in San Francisco if he's not doing it elsewhere. 6 teams have expressed interest in Chapman, Cubs, Yankees, Blue Jays among them. If the Giants are serious about the third baseman, that means trying to outbid some big spenders. Yeah, see, Farhan only outbids on guys that are either unknown or they're on the downside. Like Tommy La Stella, like Jock Peterson.
Yes.
Like Anthony DeScalfani. And if he does Matt Chapman, it'll be again. That's who he does.
And look what she's saying. If the Giants are serious about the third baseman, that means trying to outbid some big spenders, not a group to sit back and wait on. And what does Farhan continually do? Sit back and wait.
Yep. Then there's Cody Bellinger. Okay. We've been talking about Bellinger for months. I'm telling you guys, yes, no free agent is perfect, but where are you going to start? Okay. Bellinger is a superb center fielder who's only 28, has an NL MVP to his name, and banged 26 homers last season and a comeback from a trio of injury-marred seasons that affected his production following his 47-homer campaign. I think Bellinger's more of like a, 30 home run guy. I think that's his mark right there.
Yes.
Chapman and Bellinger, like Martinez, are represented by Scott Boras. Neither player is in the short deal with an opt-out category. They're in line for their biggest career deals, especially Bellinger after his huge bounce back with the Cubs. Yeah, and the Giants said they wanted Bellinger last year, and it was between them and the Cubs.
Yep.
And they're doing nothing to – why aren't you just going and setting it and getting it going? What are you waiting for?
He doesn't set the market. And I think she talks about this a little bit later, I think.
Yeah. Would either make a major difference to a club that hit 125 fewer homers than the Braves and 67 fewer with the division favorite Dodgers. All LA did was add big league home run leader Shohei Ohtani this winter. Other options, okay, Taylor. Okay. For the Giants to move the power needle much, they really need more than one addition. Thank you. As we've been saying here on the NorCal Sports Network for months. And things have been moving at a glacial pace this winter. San Francisco is interested in Chapman, Bellinger, and another Boras client, top starter Blake Snell. But some initial overtures, the team doesn't appear to want to be aggressive in setting markets. Instead, the Giants are gaining a reputation for missing out. Yeah, the missouts. How about the mishaps? As they did recently on Hoskins. If you let other teams set the market, by definition, you're not getting the player.
Yep.
And with the exception of Jung-Hoo Lee signing, the Giants is in chase mode.
Dan, you've been saying, how many times have you said this for the last few months? You got to set the market.
I've been saying it. I said it before the free agency started.
You did. Yes, you did. I remember.
We could go back and say it. Listen, I've been saying it and saying it and saying it. You know, I've been dealing with sales for 40 plus years in my life. You don't become a top salesperson by sitting on your butt waiting for things to fall in your lap. You got to go get it. And, you know, it's just irritating to watch that they got a guy. Look, I'm just going to come out and say it. The guy's a clown, Farhan. Okay. I like him as an individual person. You can put a clown face on him as long as he's in the executive position he's in. He's not fit to run a Major League Baseball team. Larry Baer, if you're listening, I don't know what you're thinking, but you got a guy who's an engineer mind trying to run in a sales world. Okay. Yep. You need a salesperson, a strong personality that doesn't take crap, that knows what he's looking for and goes out and gets it. Okay. The guys who want things, they go out and get it. Okay. That's just plain and simple. You know, I mean, like I said, Farhan would be a great asset to the Giants in the back office, doing his analytical things that help ball clubs. Analytics help ball clubs, period. Okay. I said it. All right. I'm not anti-analytics.
If you think about it, batting average, slugging, on base, that's all analytics. Yeah. It's just how you use them.
I'm not anti-analytics. I'm anti overemphasis on analytics and underemphasis on eye test. Okay. Feeding the hot hand. You know, it's just absolutely mind-blowing that, you know, I mean, I don't know how further the Giants brass's head has to go up their ass. Seriously.
Yep.
How much further can they have head up their ass? It's like, geez, call the proctologist and have them pull their heads out of their butts. It's just unbelievable that they do this on and they say, you know, he gets up there and he tells the media, and, you know, you got these people out there in La La Land. I see him in Crook and Kite Facebook. What do you want Farhan to do? You get on him for this, you get on him for that. You know what? I'm just telling you. If you want a winning ball club, you put somebody in there that's, you know, you had somebody like Brian Sabian. My goodness, he didn't take crap from nobody. And yeah, did he get a lot of free agents? No, he didn't get the top free agents, but he knew how to build a ball club.
Yeah.
Okay. And the free agents that are available right now would be willing to come to the Giants if you paid them enough. If you paid Bellinger. And you know, this article goes on. Forget the Soto chase, okay? Forget it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that, as this says, okay, clearly the money's there. The Giants are one of the 5 baseball teams in Forbes' list of the 50 most valuable sports franchises, tied at 49 with a valuation of $3.7 billion. They bought the club for what they buy the club for? $100 million, I think it was. Something like that. $100 million. And it's like, what, 37 times greater?
Look at what it says. One of only 5 baseball teams on the Forbes list of 50 most valuable sports franchises.
Exactly. That's baseball, football, basketball,
Soccer.
hockey, soccer. And this is not just US. This is
This is
worldwide.
worldwide.
Yeah.
Worldwide. And you're one of the 5 baseball teams.
Yeah. I thought I saw something in here about, yeah, here it is. Okay. Perhaps the Giants are planning to write off this season to go hard after Juan Soto, also represented by Boris and forget it. You know what? If you don't get anybody else this year, you're not getting a guy like Juan
You're
Soto.
not going to, if you get someone like a Bellinger, you're going to attract Soto, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to do it. Because if you get a Bellinger who signed for 7 years, 8 years, now Soto's has some interest. Where do we put Soto? You put him where he wants to play. How's that? Well, we've got Yaz. And we okay, yeah, okay. No. How about an outfield of Soto, Bellinger, and Lee? Okay. How's that? That's a strong defensive outfield. And I mean, Soto's not the greatest in the outfield, but you know what I'm saying. But you got a shot at getting a Soto if you have a Bellinger. And if you're signing Hoskins and Soler, those guys aren't blocking. And financially, you know what? They're probably 1-year deals. With Hoskins probably going to opt out after he rakes this year in Milwaukee.
Probably, yep.
Or he gets traded at the trade deadline because he's doing well and the Brewers suck. How's that?
Yep,
there's a lot of things you could have done with getting a Rhys Hoskins.
I mean, do we got a first baseman out there in a Giants farm that's blazing the kid up? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Yeah. But you know what's funny? If you think about this, Dan, look what's been happening. At the end of the season, you had Tom Verducci come out with that article in Sports Illustrated. Marty Lurie came on here on the channel, was it 2 weeks ago, and basically said you need a baseball guy to run
absolutely
the GM. Now you got Susan Slusser coming out that's actually saying something that we've been saying for months, that, hey, the Giants ain't doing this right in no uncertain terms. That's kind of what, the premise.
Yeah, the premise is there. Yeah. Sheffield 16, Bellinger and Soler isn't enough, need more. Yeah, exactly what I said. I've been saying for weeks. I put out tweets. I said, one of the guys they've already went and got. I said, get Jordan Hicks. I had a whole list of things they could have done and still could get some of them, but I wanted Soler, Bellinger, and Hoskins. I wanted Thump in the middle of the lineup and then guys getting on base around him, knocking in runs. I mean, you bring in Bellinger, Soler, and Hoskins, you're probably looking at 90 home runs between those 3 guys if they would have done that.
Yep.
Okay. And Conforto probably would have a better year. And
he could.
He would if he had protection. This lineup has 0 protection. You think these teams, when they look at the Giants lineup and they go, who's batting third? I mean, last year, how many times did Patrick Bailey hit cleanup? My goodness.
Yep.
Patrick Bailey hitting cleanup?
Exactly.
Gosh. That's just unbelievable. So this is and they will. Val Ramos says at least get Soler. They won't. I guarantee you they won't. We're just kind of just throwing this out there because we want to just lay it out there that what they should be doing so that hopefully that someone in the Giants brass, when they see that Farhan doesn't do any of this stuff, they say enough's enough. We can't keep this guy keeping one of the 5 organizations in baseball that are on the top 50 of sports franchises finishing 4th place in its division and in the bottom third of the National League. Because I'll tell you what, they're headed for 11 through 15. That's the bottom third. You got 1 through 5 and 6 through 10. The Giants are going to finish this year. I haven't given the final prediction because I'm still waiting to see what the roster looks like. But as of today, January 26, 2024, I'm telling you the Giants will finish between 11 and 15 in the National League.
Yep. And that's the bottom line. because Dan said so.
Hey, I want to be wrong, but this team is.
I agree. I've said that
what?
too.
And it has nothing to do with the players as far as who they are. I love the players as far as Brandon Crawford, one of my all-time favorites. Awesome guy. Rooted hard for him all last year and his whole career. But proof was in the pudding. He was digressing pretty rapidly. Mike Yastrzemski, great guy. Love him. Hope he breaks out. He hasn't been producing. Okay. Conforto, another great guy. Been out of baseball for a year or two, missed, and then comes back. Didn't have a great year. Great guy. Ross Stripling, fantastic guy. Lamont Wade, super first-class guy. He had a good year. Very happy for Lamont. Tyro Estrada had a good year until he got hurt. You know how we feel about Casey Schmidt. We think he's going to be a good player. Give him a chance. Feel the same way about Elliot Ramos. Give him a chance. Who else? Patrick Bailey, solid catcher. Is he going to hit for average? No. Is he going to hit? Can he hit a respectable 240? I think he could. But don't expect a lot more than that. But he's a great catcher, and he's going to be a Gold Glove contender for years. Pitching, Logan Webb. Love Webb. Just Cy Young candidate. Jordan Hicks, awesome stuff. Do I think he'll be a great starting pitcher? No. I hope he is, but I don't see it. He's had 8 major league starts. He's awesome in the bullpen. Why would you take somebody who's thriving in one area and put him in a position that he's never thrived in before? Hey, light bulb. You know what? Here. How's that? Did the light bulb go on for you? Anybody up there in San Francisco? How about putting the guy as an 8th inning setup man and making Duvall your closer? How about going out and signing a pitcher who has thrived, like Blake Snell? You know what? Rocket science. It ain't rocket science. Put guys who thrive and are successful. Put them in a position to be successful where they've been successful. I mean, this experimentation and hoping and trying new things. Let me ask you, Farhan, how's that been working for you in 4 out of your 5 years with all your experiments? How's that been working for you? You made the playoffs one time. That was most likely due to Buster Posey. Everything went well. Belt had a career year, 29 homers in like 100 games, whatever he played.
Yeah.
Crawford
had a good year.
Career year. 5th in the National League in the MVP voting. Had a great year defensively, offensively. Lamont Wade Jr., late night Lamont. Everything was magical.
Aaron Ruff had a decent year.
Kevin Gausman you had. Webb pitching great down the stretch.
Speaking of which, Kevin Gausman, he was on a list on Codify talking about the most it had to do with strikeouts, and he was on the list. I was like, wow. I can't remember what it was. I think I posted it to you. I know. He let him go without even giving him a contract.
Yeah. It's just mind-boggling. You know what? People say, well, you can't sign Snell and put them at near 300 million. Look, watch me. I'll put the math up right here. Here's my calculator. There we go. All right. Cody Bellinger, 25 million. Reese Hoskins got 17. I bet you could have got him easily for 19 to 20, being a hometown guy. So give him 20. Okay, there's 45. Blake Snell wants more than Yamamoto over. How about giving
AAV.
him? Yeah, AAV. You can get him for 28. Probably could even got him for shorter term for a higher AAV. But let's give him 28. Okay? So now we got 25, 20, and plus 20. I keep forgetting okay, so that's 3. How about Soler?
15.
Yep, 15. Now I'm at 88. There's my 4 guys. 88 million. You're at 169. I think you're roughly around 200 or so for the
for the CBT.
You push yourself up to 288 roughly. Then you make a couple trades and you bring yourself down to about 260. You're barely over. Next year, Conforto's gone. There's 18 million off the books. A couple other guys could be gone. You're back under. Okay.
You're back. Yep.
You're back under. And it's just, what's going on?
That's the question right there,
in the
Dan.
front
What
office.
is going on? What is it?
What
can it be?
I mean, was Farhan brought in to make it look like they are in on guys? Because they're not. They weren't in on Ohtani. Forget it. He had no shot. I told you he had no shot. I told you they had no shot at Yamamoto. Zero. They're blowing smoke up your butt, okay? That's what they're doing. They're trying to act like they're in, get fans interested. I never once got excited or wishful thinking that they were getting Ohtani. Not one time. People put stuff out. I said, don't even think about it. Not going to happen. Yamamoto said the same thing would happen. Thought maybe there's a flicker since it was Farhan's, guy.
White whale.
White whale. Didn't really believe it would happen. I heard Kerry Crowley and Kerry was on the show. So pay Yamamoto 10 years, 360, we said, to get him.
Yep.
But they wouldn't do it. They do not want to spend the money, guys. They're not serious about putting a winning product on this.
They could have got him. He was 25 years old. 10 years is not a big deal. He would have been done by 35.
I don't think they would have got him anyway. I think he was a Dodger all along. When Ohtani signed that deal, we all said Yamamoto's a Dodger or he's going to be a New York Met or Yankee.
Let's not forget Roki Sasaki tried to get posted this year. He wanted to come here, and there's a reason.
The only good thing that maybe he gets released and they don't have a shot for him next year, the Dodgers, because they're too capped. But you know what?
No, they won't. He'll be cheap.
Yeah, they'll figure a way.
Yeah, they will.
They'll figure a way.
Of course they will.
Because they want to win.
Because they want to win.
They want to win. Farhan does not want to win. Stop listening to what he says. Watch what he does. It's just like politicians. Don't listen to a politician. Just watch how they vote. Watch what they do.
Yes.
That's, this guy Farhan says he wants this, wants it. He doesn't. If he does, he doesn't know how to do it. He may deep down think, yeah, exactly. You know what? I want to own Trump Towers someday. Not going to happen. I want to own Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to buy Mar-a-Lago someday. I think I got a shot.
Well, you know what?
Not going to happen.
Farhan does want to win, but it's not baseball. He wants to win, as we have always said. He wants to win the deal.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
He wants to win the deal, and that's why he lost out on Bellinger in 23, and the Cubs got him. That's why he lost out on Hoskins, because he wasn't willing to pay. That's why, you know what? And that's why guys why do you think Jung-Hoo Lee signed so quick?
Why?
Because he got an overwhelming deal that blew them away.
Blew him away.
Yeah, Boris had Farhan thinking he was going to sign any moment with San Diego.
Oh, of course. Right.
And he just played right into his hands. Now Farhan's going okay, I'm just going to wait Boris out.
Yeah, that's going to work.
I'll wait Boris out. I'm going to wait this thing out, and I will and the prices will come down, and he won't have a place to go for his guys, and I'll get the deals.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen, Farhan. You're going to have to pay if you want to get Bellinger. You're going to have to pay if you want Blake Snell.
Of course. Yeah,
they extended Farhan for a reason because they're making money.
And it has nothing to do with winning baseball.
No, they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. Dan, serious question. Why did Farhan pay double for Lee? I think he thought he was going to go to San Diego. And I think Boris probably just, pushed the price up in a way that when Farhan pushed that deal to what it was, it was like, okay, we're going to do this deal. I don't think the Padres were going over 100 million. I really don't.
No way.
And I think he was. I think he wanted. I think he was gonna. He was very serious about going with Kim there. The shortstop, Kim, and
Kim, yeah.
And the fact that So I don't know. You think that Lee deal is good? Time will tell. TN.
It's hard to tell.
I don't know if the deal's good because I don't know what to expect from Jung-Hoo Lee.
He hasn't played one inning in the MLB.
He could be really good. I wouldn't expect a ton from him out of the gates. I think he may start off okay, and then they'll adjust. Pitchers figure him out, and then he'll have to make adjustments. So, yeah. I'm reading this chat here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
Get myself going. I'm getting a little.
Yeah, you got the mucus flowing.
Yeah.
That happens.
It was all the crying I did after the Warriors lost.
That's pretty good.
No, it's putrid acid coming up from my stomach talking about Farhan and the Giants.
Putrid acid coming up.
It's just like I'm getting all upset thinking about this guy. Can I get a little clown music for Farhan,
clown
please?
Music? Okay.
And can I get a Farhan picture up there? Give me some.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I need a little break and a little laughter because.
What do we got here? Here we go. From the trade deadline show last year. Remember this?
You, Matt, those of you, leave that up there. Those of you new to the chat might not know what that thing is on Farhan's nose. Eric, you're pretty point blank in what you said Farhan was.
I said it. I said it months ago. Farhan is a liar, and that's why he has the Pinocchio nose.
Pinocchio. Okay.
He's a liar.
Can you give us some examples of his lies?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, where do you want to go? What was it? We're going to get more athletic and better defensively in the outfield. What did we wind up with? Haniger, Conforto, Slater, and Yaz. Yaz is a good outfielder. Slater, not so much. Haniger coming off of injury. Conforto coming off injury. What was the other things? As far as financially restraints, there is going to be none. We can sign whoever we want. No dollar sign's going to affect us. Who did they sign? I think that was the same year, Haniger and Conforto. Yeah. Stripling and Manaya. What else? What was it? There was another one he said. And he said the same thing this year for about
said they were going to be very aggressive at the trade deadline.
Aggressive at the trade deadline. And what did we get? Oh, to this year, we're shopping at the top end of starting pitching. I guess the trade for Ray. I guess that right? Getting a guy that's coming off Tommy John, who has quote unquote the potential. Come on, man.
Yeah, he said they were going to be very serious at the trade deadline while Arizona traded its way into the World Series. The Giants were ahead of the Diamondbacks at the trade deadline last year. Farhan does nothing but goes out and gets AJ Pollock, and AJ Pollock doesn't get. Did he even get one hit for the Giants last year?
I don't think he even got a hit.
I don't think he did.
Did he have one game and that was it?
He had a couple games.
He pulled an oblique by throwing the ball. You remember that? He pulled an oblique by throwing the ball.
He's up on America. He was coming off a hamstring, and he had to make sure he didn't overextend his leg. So he kind of He threw the ball and
Oh my God. I mean, how bad was that at the trade deadline? You're in first place in the wild card. Everybody else is making moves. The Diamondbacks,
instead of stepping into the ball, like a nice little
right?
like a little crow hop and fired
Yep.
it. He took a step and went,
Yep. It's exactly what he did. I mean, come on. What is this crap? That's a bunch of bullshit. It is. I don't want to hear it.
Lowe says, boys, it's going to go from frustration to intense dislike for management. If they refuse to pay for anyone, then fans shouldn't pay for tickets, for merchandise, for spring training. Nothing.
I agree.
Exactly.
100% agree.
Until they get their heads out of their asses, don't
support this.
Don't
support it.
I mean, they have, like I said, they need to call the proctologist and, when they look up somebody's, anal sphincter up there, they're going to find Farhan and Bear next to each other,
Did you say anal sphincter?
Whatever. I mean, these guys are,
I get what you're saying.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I just know they got head up their ass. That's all. They got a disease. They got head up their ass.
Yes. Yeah. That is true.
So that's the new name. Head up their ass.
So he's no longer gentastic. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Farhan comes into the doctor, his doctor says, Farhan says, hey, Farhan, we got some good news, bad news. We've run some tests, and this is, you got a common disease. It's running rampant throughout the Giants organization. You've caught it. You have head up your ass.
Oh my God!
And we're gonna have to operate. I mean,
it's full disclosure. I sit here and I rag on them. I get hard on them because I want them to do something, right? But there's always the thing behind it, back in my mind, going, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong about some of this. Maybe there's something I'm just not seeing. Maybe there's, it's going to come through, and it hasn't, and it's pathetic. And it's as some of these other people, it's depressing. As a fan of the San Francisco Giants, it really is. Now, of course, there's going to be people out there who think that it's, the San Francisco Giants are still the cream of the crop. They're not.
Yeah,
and
Jim
it's
Thurko
getting worse.
Jim says, Dan, I think every GM before they DF a player, they say, let's offer him to Farhan. Maybe he will trade us a player for him, or at least get some free money.
Oh,
you know what? Hey, put him on waivers, and then, hey, here comes Farhan dingling his cash instead of, Farhan will go pay for Cooper Hummel and, TJ Hopkins or whoever these guys are. Imagine all the guys he's, who knows what those players cost, 50,000, 10,000. How much are they really forking over,
So what you're saying is, Senior, so basically they're cashing in on the 3 World Series. They got their 3 World Series, right? Now the organization is like, you know what? We got 3 World Series. We don't have to worry about baseball no more, even though we're the San Francisco damn Giants. You're the San Francisco Giants. You don't stop. You keep going. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But they're thinking, hey, everyone should be happy. We got 3 World Series. Let's go.
There's a lot of fans that still are happy. They say, and they're content with that. And they think,
and I'm not,
and you know what? They picked up a ton of new fans starting in 2010. And these people have no clue anything. These are your young homers all over Twitter that are trying to tell people that Farhan's doing a great job, this and that. He's building the farm. How's he building the farm when it's the worst farm system in the National League West? And it's probably about 20th. It's right in the 20 to 22 range in all of baseball.
And you know what? It wasn't that much worse when Farhan took it over. It was about the same. I think we were in the 20s. He hasn't done much. There was a couple of years it got up to like around, 11th or something like that. And then it came right back down. I mean, come on, people. Look, and all you got to do, it's easy. All you got to do is go to Baseball Reference, look up the 5 years under Farhan for the San Francisco Giants, and look what the 5 years of what the Los Angeles Dodgers have done. His biggest competitor. What do you see? You see that he hasn't done nothing except for 2021. All the other, like you said, the other 4 years was nothing. Uh-oh. I don't know where he's going. It's ridiculous. I don't understand the blind loyalty to Farhan. I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, hey guys, do you guys remember? Yeah, it might be Senior. I think it might be. Oh no, it's not. Think about this. Remember with Will Clark's retirement when they retired 22? Remember that speech he gave? That it ignited my passion, and hopefully that you know what? Maybe hearing it from Will Clark, he's going out there stating the obvious, what everyone's saying. You know, it's about winning, right? It's about winning. I was like, oh, I think maybe something's going to happen. And here comes 2023, and it was right back to where it was before. That's what I'm saying. I don't give a shit who the hell the special advisor is going to be. You could have, you do have Willie Mays. You can have the best baseball minds or ever played the game ever, and it's still not going to make a difference for Han.
Hey, they got Will Clark and Dusty Baker.
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, Dusty Baker was a special assistant when Farhan was here.
Yeah, and then he came. Now he's back, and Will Clark's there. And what did Will say the other day on his podcast? Something about, I'm going to go get these pansies work, get them going or something, the Giants, because Bob Melvin wants Will around and wants him to be tough. You know, Bob Melvin's an old school guy. Bob Melvin is a quality manager. I just hope that I hope Farhan gives him a team.
That's the issue. That's the job of the GM, right? To give your manager the tools to win.
I mean, if he gets him the tools, Melvin can get these guys. It won't be for lack of, player relationships and X's and O's.
Correct.
And,
right.
I mean, Melvin is going to be fine. It's just, what does Farhan give him? I don't know. I like Bob Melvin. I have nothing but good things to say about Bob Melvin. You know what? My problem with the Giants is not even the players. I like the players, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can they get better players? Do they need better players? Yes. And that's where my problem lies. My problem lies with ownership and Farhan. And I don't know who's the greater problem. I don't know if it's ownership is not giving Farhan the necessary green light to go ahead and sign some of these players, or if Farhan is just inept, or if it's a combination of both. I'm pretty sure I think it's both. I think ownership, I don't know, what Buster Posey can do if he's outnumbered, or if he has the actual ability to, become the lead guy. The problem with the Giants is they got too many Chiefs and no Indians. Okay. You got too many owners that are to report to. And I don't know how many are on the board. I think it's like 6, but it's just, maybe it's 7. Who knows what the board is, but this is just a problem with the team, this ownership group. They don't know anything about baseball. Okay. I'll just say that the ownership group does not know how to run baseball, period. They don't know how to give the club over to somebody like a Brian Sabian who does know baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you put, just like the 49ers had problems for years with Jed York, he did not know anything about how to run football. His mom was running the club. Mom and dad or whatever it was were running the club after Eddie D had to step down. Denise York or whatever it was. Denise, I think. I know Los knows who. I'm pretty sure it's Denise York, Diane York, whatever it was. Anyway, they had no clue how to run the club. And then Jed took over. They handed over to Jed, and he's screwing things up. And you know what Jed finally did? And everybody gave credit to Jed because he finally said, you know what? I'm going to, yeah, Denise and John. Thank you, Spencer. I'm going to step back and I'm going to turn my football operations over to people who know football, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. And he's let them run the show. He doesn't step in like Jerry Jones and try and run it himself. You know, for a while, I mean, Jed hired Jim Tom Sula, who was, everybody knew that was not going to work. And then Jed finally got it right, you know. Even had Mike Singletary, who's a great football player and a great motivator, but not much of a coach long term. He might get you fired up for a few games, maybe a season, but he wasn't a guy to, you know, actually get things going, you know. But when they got Harbaugh, you know, Harbaugh knew football.
Yep.
But then there was issues. And that was when you had Trent Baalke in there, and he was, you know, Baalke was, I think, was the problem. But get guys in there who can run the baseball ops and let them go.
Exactly. Hey, and Dan, to go back to Melvin, would you think he had better talent coming through the A's organization than what currently the Giants have right now? Would you agree?
Oh,
I think one thing the A's did really well is they drafted and they developed their players. They didn't hold on to them. They got rid of them, but they drafted and developed well. And Melvin actually had a good crop of kids coming through during his tenure as the A's manager. As the Giants manager,
you had Chapman when he was young. You had Matt.
You had Olsen. You had who else?
You had a lot of guys,
right? Matos, Mania. God, there was somebody else. I can't think of. Sean Murphy.
Yeah, they had the Coco Crisp, and then they had the other left fielder, the guy with the cannon.
Cespedes. Remember?
Yes, Cespedes. Chris Davis. They picked up.
Right. Coco Crisp. Yeah, you said that. But think about it. Look at the player he had as an A's. But now look what it might be even worse for him managing the current state of the Giants than it was while he was managing the A's. Oh, like I said, the only difference with the A's, they just didn't hold on to their guys. They got rid of them. Here, you're stuck with a bunch of guys that, you know, again, just like you, I'm not.
Marcus Semien.
Marcus
How can we
Semien.
forget Marcus Semien?
I mean, he had some good guys while he was with the A's. I don't know if he could say the same during.
No, the Giants don't have that talent.
No, they don't. And that's why I think this is going to be very difficult. And that is the fault of Farhan. He's the one that's supposed to draft and develop. He's supposed to get those free agents. So you give your manager, hey, there you go, Skipper. You got what you need. Go take care of business.
Well, the problem is Farhan, you know, again, with the disease head up his ass, had gone to basically run the whole show last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically dictating the lineups.
Mark Canha. Yep.
Yeah.
That guy.
Mark.
Even Piscotti was good with the A's.
Yeah. But
Jed Lowry.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these. They had good guys on those.
Who was their shortstop? They had a good shortstop for a while.
I can't remember.
Well, was it Semien that played short when he was there?
I think Semien played short, right? Yeah.
I didn't follow the A's as much, but
they had a good team.
Yeah. I mean, they had a lot of good players.
They did.
You know,
Bob Melvin had success when he had those players. They had success.
Right. I'm going to just pull up something real quick here and just take a look. 2017.
It's frustrating, guys. It really is. I hate to keep harping on it, but no one else is going to do it. Well, I mean, Susan Slusser with this article today, that's fantastic. I'm glad someone's out there writing that. A beat writer for the San Francisco Chronicle, that's got to carry some weight. It's showing that, hey, there's some issues going on here and that we need more of it. We need more of it. Now, I don't want to hear these Farhan apologists come out and say, oh, yeah, they're going to be great. You got Susan Slusser out there who is, basically saying there's some issues going on with president of baseball operations and the job that he's doing, because that's the job that he's supposed to do, right? He's the one that's supposed to go out there and acquire the talent.
Yeah, they had infielders. They had Yonder Alonso, Mark Canna, Matt Chapman, Jed Lowry, Matt Olson, Chad Pinder, forgot about him. Marcus Simeon. Outfielders, Chris Davis.
We talked about in the beginning of the show there, Keith Law.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they had some players.
Oh, Sean Doolittle. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah. Yeah. Any Farhan apologists? Are there any in the chat? I'm not seeing any.
I haven't seen any yet.
Where's
Jason B? Is Jason B you out there? We'll give you the phone number if you want to come on.
Yeah.
Jason Giambi. Oh, I don't think Bob Melvin was the manager when Giambi was around, though. Was he? Was Bob Melvin around when Giambi was?
Not sure exactly. So. But you know what? I mean, this is just very typical of this. I am a Farhan apologist. Who's that? Hepatitis C you later. Is that true? You're a Farhan?
I don't think so.
Is that a joke or?
I think it's a joke. But look, I'm not doing that to attack those fans, but I'm just saying you got the gut. Come on, wake up and smell the coffee.
Hepatitis C says Farhan's my goat. I think is he? Come on.
Where's Jason B? Remember he said he was busy. He couldn't call in that night, but he was going to call in the next night. We were in yesterday for like 24 minutes, but hey, we gave him the chance.
Yeah, somebody called the phone tonight. I was watching the Warrior game and I heard my phone ringing.
Oh, really? No kidding.
Yeah, it was a 707. I don't know if it was anybody from the show or not, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. It you know what? We got the Niners to enjoy. Hopefully, we get a Super Bowl and get a Super Bowl victory this year. But this could be a very, very long season, guys. 75 win team. Depending on what they do, we'll see. There's still a month to go. Still a month to go before spring training. Well, actually, they're playing games a month from today.
They're playing the games. Yeah, I think they started a week from yesterday, right? Is the first.
Let's take a look. Actually, I'll tell you when the first spring training game is. I'm just guessing, but I think it is schedule. Here we go. The first spring training game is the 24th of March.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yep. 1 month ago.
Today's the 26th.
It's the 25th.
Today is?
Yeah.
Well, so who's counting? So what?
Small details.
Small details. No wonder. Okay, so today's the 25th. You are correct. So a month. Games start.
Yep. And then what do we got? We got one starter, right?
You added one starter in the center and an outfielder. That's it.
That's it.
That's ready to report to spring training.
Yeah, that's it. That's you look at this. So look at this. So the A's got all those players. What did Farhan give Bob Melvin in his first year as the Giants manager? P.J. Hopkins, Tom Murphy.
Oh, I forgot. Tom Murphy. That's two. You got a pitcher. You got Tom Murphy. And hey,
and he gave him Ray, who ain't gonna do nothing probably really significant until next year.
I don't know though. I feel good about Tom Murphy. That could be that could push the Giants right over the top.
Forgot about Cooper Hummel. That's what Farhan is given. That's what Farhan has given Bob Melvin. He's giving him Ray, Lee, both of them unproven. Ray unproven as far as what's he going to be like when he comes back from
Forget
Tommy
about
John.
Ray right now. He hasn't given him.
Okay, so Lee, you give him Lee. What has he proven? Nothing yet. He's going to have to prove it once. Not even spring training is really going to. It's going to show something. But wait till you get into the big league parks. And who else? Hummel, Murphy, and Hopkins.
Yeah, that's what the Giants should do. The Giants fans should all go in orange and black and go to the A's game and cheer them on. Cheer on the A's. All of a sudden, A's getting a couple thousand. Maybe they get 10,000 Giants fans in there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I forgot about Aaron Hicks.
Yeah.
They're going to put in a position that he's not succeeded in.
They've given him 3 players to report in April: Lee, Hicks, and Murphy. I'm not counting Hummel. Okay. He's not going to make the team.
Same thing, Hopkins.
Yeah, same thing. Forget it. Those I can just, come up with guys. I can go down to 7-Eleven and pick up some guys at the corner, or whatever, and just say, hey, you know what? I'm signing you to a contract. You want to show up to camp? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that Cooper Hummel's not good. He definitely hasn't proven himself, but he's not a guy that should be making the opening day roster. If he is, there's a big problem.
Then you got some really big problems.
It's worse than I thought.
Right.
Yeah. We mentioned some of the young guys. Can we pull up that vid again of
you talking about
Mr. Matos?
Oh, do you want the picture and the video together?
Yeah. Just want to point out, guys. I saw somebody in the chat say start passing out the roids.
Where the heck did I put it?
Look,
I'll have it here somewhere. Hold on.
This whole situation, Luis Matos bulking up. I am hoping. I love the kid. I really do. I've talked to him. Great personality. I love the fire in his game. Last year when he took a walk and he tried to get guys fired up. That's Luis Matos right there, guys. Luis Matos has put on. I'm hoping that's a lot of muscle. It looks like muscle with some.
Let's have an honest discussion about this.
You know what, guys? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to accuse him of PEDs or anything. I'll say this: if he was doing PEDs, it's not intentional. It wouldn't. He would be doing it unknowingly. Sometimes guys, when they're 21, 22, and they get somebody, feeding them stuff, whatever, saying, "Hey, this will help you put on muscle," whatever. I don't know. I just hope he's clean. I'm going to trust that he is, because he's a good guy.
He is. Here we go.
Hey, this is Luis Matos.
That was him in the fall of 2022, right? Just before spring training.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it was pretty much close to him last year too. But Matos is he'll get some of that off in workouts and spring training. Some of that'll come off.
Hey Gilbert, hit up my Twitter if you get that picture, because I want to see what it's like. If they said there's another picture of him, but if you look at this picture,
he says, "Let me get in." What does he got?
Let me get it. There's a new picture.
Oh, get it. I read. Yeah,
Luis. So I want to take a. But looking at this picture compared to when you interviewed him, I'm telling you, there's something significant going on. I don't know what it is, but there's something significant.
I obviously his shoulders, his neck,
yes,
his biceps, his forearms, his legs are all significantly bigger.
How much bigger is the question? Because right? We all agree that within a 3-month time period, there is a optimal way of how to get quote unquote big or get more muscle.
I would love an outfield. Somebody said, senior said, I hope he goes young. I'm all, if you don't get and sign guys, I've said it before. If you're not going to go sign guys,
yes,
let's just be clear. Say you're going young. I would love Matos in left field, Lee in center, and Elliot Ramos in right. And I would love to see it for the first 50, 60 games. Just play them. Just play them. And on the infield, I'd love to see Schmidt at the corner, Luciano, Estrada, and whoever you want to throw at first base. I'm all for the young guys. I'm all for the young guys. Let me say it again. I'm all for the young guys, and I don't care if they lose 108 games. If these guys can develop and we watch them grow up.
Right.
Matos,
now, people are saying
21.
His face does look different, correct? His face looks different.
Do we have?
I honestly didn't recognize him.
I see it in his eyes. Yeah, I see his eyes.
But I'm just saying his face. Look at this. So yeah, let's do this.
Hey, this is Luis Matos.
I mean,
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what that means. It just looks to me. There's a drastic change. That's all I'm going to go.
He might be. Someone says it's true. His face, his entire body is bigger. Kyle says he might be. Someone says in a bulking cycle, and then we'll get leaner before the season. That's possible. If he gets to be, if he can work that off, let's just hope his bat speed is as quick as it was, and that there's a lot of muscle there. Because if that's true, this guy's going to be hitting some bombs next year.
That it could be that too, Matt. That's the first thing I thought of when I first saw it. Could be that he's just eating, not exercising. Could be. That could be.
That could be it. Yeah. I mean, but I would think his stomach would be
that's true.
Bigger. And I can't see his stomach there. I don't see it hanging over.
Is there anybody out there that is like got some very extensive experience in this type of work? Yeah, nutrition, working out, whatever. No, I'm not just saying working out, but I'm talking like where you're really trying to build some serious muscle.
Get that picture up, man. I'll show you these. Ugh.
And that's the thing is, and you mentioned it yesterday in yesterday's show there, Dan, that he has no stomach.
Not that I can tell.
Okay, there you go. Will be. He came. He's done 5 roid cycles. So Will B has done this.
How did that?
I wonder if we should bring him. Hey,
yeah, bring him in and bring him in, and we'll have him.
I'll send him an email with the link. I would like to hear this.
The link. We'll have him come in and explain what the roids look like. We got another person in here. TN says, "I do. It looks like a dirty bulk with tons of carbs." What does that mean, dirty bulk?
But when did he have a stomach, Crab? That's one of the things I'm asking. Is if he's eating junk food, you would see it in his gut.
TN says there's a lot of muscle under the fat. Okay,
hold on. Alex says this is definitely achievable naturally over a few month period. What's a few month? We're talking 3.
Oh, here we go. I used to gain 5 pounds a week. Dirty bulking. What does dirty bulking mean?
I don't know. Here, we'll find out here because
does that mean like drinking?
No, I haven't. I'm waiting.
Weight gain stuff or what?
It.
Oh, it means he isn't eating healthy, but is working out a lot. Oh, okay. So he's eating a lot of pasta, carbs.
Hey, Will, I sent you the link.
So he's you eat whatever you want, carbs, hot dogs, hamburgers, pasta, all this dirty carbs that, yeah, I mean, I know that I can, if I go heavy on the carbs, which I had to pretty much go off to lose like 18 pounds, my problem is I couldn't do a lot to take more off because of my back, having the back surgery.
I love Will Martinez, man. I guess I've been dirty bulking my entire life.
Yeah, I'm a dirty bulker. Love it.
I'd say, hey, Will B, man, come on in. I want to hear what you have to say. His new photo. I want to see the new photo. I haven't seen it come across my Twitter yet. Gilbert's supposed to.
So does this mean Will B, if he would have won the fantasy NorCal sports football, he would have been disqualified for roids?
Oh, man, everyone's got a test before you do baseball.
I knew a lot of guys that did roids, football in high school for college. Saw guys bulk up, man.
Okay, Alex, appreciate it. Haven't seen you in the chat before, but I thank you for giving us knowledge. He says bulk doesn't mean eating necessarily. It's eating a ton of calories from rice, potatoes, pasta, chicken, etc. And food goes to the muscle and not the belly, but body fat overall increases. Okay. He said he'll be in a sec. All right, cool. Thanks, Will.
Food goes to the muscle. Okay.
SF Giants. What is? And
Will Martinez didn't even know he was a dirty bulker. Going to add that to his bio. Yes, that is true. Farhan is a dirty bulker.
Oh man. Oh, that's his. Okay.
Yeah, Matthew says if it's Roy.
SF Giants Cam is his Twitter.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't think Luis would do that. I mean, if you did something like that and we're doing roids, don't you? To me, it's too much of a red flag to get caught if you were actually doing it, which makes me think he's not doing it, because it'd be like, dude, you were 160 pounds, you're 210. What happened? He looks like he's working out, because see this right here? This right here, Eric?
Hold on, I'm looking at
Matos. That's
yeah. His the lats.
Yeah, that's a sign of heavy.
That's heavy lifting on his shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just boom, boom.
Well,
boom.
not just shoulders, but up here in the you said, the lats.
And then you see the arms and stuff. And the more I think about it, that probably is. He's probably eating really bad.
Hey, Gilbert, are you? That's my hairy son. Is that you, Gilbert? Just want to make sure.
No. It would make sense if you were lifting, and it's starting to make more sense now. If fat is going on top of the muscle, and then as he maybe cuts back and starts doing a lot of running, and then maybe cuts back on the food, maybe it was designed to give him some bulk to make it through the season, because he was so thin. You know what I'm saying?
The only issue I have is in a short amount of time that he's totally changed. I'm not saying that it's not impossible, but it just seems 3 months. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, I'm going to bring in Will B.
What's
up, Will?
Roids. What's up,
Let's talk roids.
All right.
Hey, I see what you mean. Will needs a light. Like look what happens when I
do,
turn my
man.
light off.
I desperately need one.
I turn my light off. See?
Yeah, I need a microphone too.
Yeah, now that you're a military history chronicle,
man,
star, man.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So pretty much kind of what I was talking about before in our little chat. So I did a transfer. So essentially, he went from 167 pounds to almost. It looks like he weighs almost 200 pounds. How tall was he? Like what? 5'10"?
5'10", 5'11", right?
5'10",
Yeah.
5'11".
Let me see what he is here. I'll tell you right now. Roster.
Okay, yeah, I understand you could gain 30
You could gain
pounds
30
in 3
pounds,
months,
but you're gonna have
muscle.
you're gonna have a gut
5'11".
thing.
He's listed at 5'11", 160.
Okay, see, there you go. So I put on a similar weight back in the day, 2004. I was taking a thing called Super Draw when I was playing rugby in college. I went from 155 to 197 off that sucker in a span of 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. That's all it took.
Wait a minute, Will. 155 to 197?
Yep. Your first cycle,
42 pounds.
Your first cycle was always going to be the most potent cycle. Afterwards, it kind of tapers off. But the oral steroids, especially the oral steroids, are much more potent than the injectables. If you take those, they also don't last long in the system. So if you were to do it, so for example, a 3-week cycle also entails that you would have a 3-week post-cycle therapy on top of that. So in other words, looking for 6 weeks there. So that's perfect. You could do in an off season. No, you can't. You can have a massive gut, dude. Don't even, whatever.
Hold on here. Wait a minute. We got stuff in the chat. We got this here that says, TN says, no, you can't gain 30 pounds in a few months without.
Absolutely agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
And then TN, this guy says, yes, you can. Laughing out loud.
You could gain a lot of weight. You could definitely
creative mindset. You want to come in and talk about this? This is
I'd love to. I just want
forum.
to hear.
You want to come in and
I'm not an expert in this.
We're not. We don't have to hide at all. We're open book here.
I mean, anybody could gain 30 pounds in 3 months if they really wanted to by eating whatever the hell they wanted to do and sit on the couch all damn day. You know, but to put it on that, you know, first of all, he looks to me like the epitome of a puffy body. One thing that some steroids do to you is retain water. And when I see his face, he's got that big moon face. His arms are all puffy. You don't really see any definition between the deltoid and the bicep. It's kind of puffy looking, and his arms are real puffy. That's all water retention, man. That's not creatine weight. Creatine don't do that to you either. So I don't want to hear that excuse. I mean, come on.
Right. I get it, creative. He is definitely hitting the weights. Not gonna dispute that. What is
creatine? Don't do that to you, homie. Sorry.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. I played Division I rugby, man. Like shit. I played against Canada and England too. Like, come on. I know what I'm talking about. That's not creatine. You'll explode, right? It's water weight. It's water weight. So
now, what's this dirty bulk?
Dirty bulk. So that's pretty much when I don't recommend those. It's bad for your health. I mean, obviously, I should be talking. I gained a lot of weight since I lost the army, but whatever. But a dirty bulk is essentially you eat whatever the hell you want for the most part. You're just kind of not really paying attention to your macros or your micros, so to speak. It's kind of like every day is a cheat day kind of thing.
What is this? What is this guy saying here? Yeah, it does, done it. What's he talking about?
Creatine will not hold that much water on you. Sorry.
I'm not sure. He could just be taking creatine.
It does hold more water weight, but not to that degree.
He says it could just be taking creatine supplement, retains water. Dennis Engel says, yeah, it does. Done it.
It does retain water, but not to that degree. I'm telling you right now.
That's what he's saying is it will be isn't denying that it doesn't create water retention, but I think it's the level that he's talking about.
Right. And you're not going to blow it up just like that, like you've just eaten a bunch of salt after you've been dehydrated. Thank you, TN.
Okay, TN says, Will is correct. I have taken creatine.
So, I guess it depends. Maybe it affects people differently, right? Is that how maybe you could kind of chalk it up to maybe?
Man.
I don't know. Or is this pretty?
I mean, just.
Don, what do you got to say about this? Don Michio says, indicative sign of steroid use is development of brow line, which I'm not seeing here.
No, you're talking about HGH.
Okay, you're see because there's different types of steroids, right? Or PEDs, whatever you want to call them.
The HGH is not a steroid; it's a human growth hormone.
No. Look, we're not complaining that he's putting on muscle. We said we would like to see him put muscle on. What we're concerned about is how is said muscle being put on. That's the only concern. That's it. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
it's all, and again, it's all speculation on our part, but just
Absolutely. It's just
Yeah,
speculation.
as a disclaimer, we're not saying
and quite
he's
frankly, right?
doing
These are our opinions. At the end of the day, right? Dennis Engel puts it correctly. Who knows,
Look,
right? So
baseball has been racked with PED. Look, Fernando Tatis Jr. a couple of years ago got popped.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is totally out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, who
This
wasn't it? A-Rod got caught twice, right? After they were actually
A-Rod's
force
gotten
tested.
popped. Manny's got popped. Tatis has got popped. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other guys. The Giants had a matter of fact, Wizenhunt got popped. That's where the reason why he fell so far in the draft. Who else? You name it.
The batting guy in center field, leading the league in for the Giants in
Oh, you talking about 2012? Melky Cabrera.
Yeah, Melky. Yeah.
Yep.
But another thing too.
G. Gordon. That's right. He got popped. I forgot about him too. I mean, look, let's not act like this doesn't happen. It happens.
Right.
And
another thing too.
The only reason why I'm concerned is I don't want to see it go down that path. That's
Right.
all I'm saying.
One of the things I mentioned too in our group chat was the length of time. So, for example, if you were to do injectable steroids, that's a much longer cycle. Meaning the window for you to be caught in is much longer. Whereas a oral steroid cycle will be anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks. Past that, you look at severe liver damage. Either way, it's going to pound the shit out of your liver. Pardon the French. I'm sorry about that, Dan. But it's just going to hammer you. So you don't really go beyond 4 weeks. And with that, you have a matching for however long you're on cycle is however long you're off cycle as well. So it would make sense if you were an athlete with a shorter window, say, for example, you get off of October, you're done, right? And you got spring training in February. It makes sense. Hey, might as well. That's your window right there. You can't, otherwise, if you try to do injectables, you're probably going to get popped for that because you have, it's a longer cycle. Instead of 2 to 4 weeks, now you're looking at more like months.
Comment on this here.
Dirty bulky with high weight workouts with low cardio is so easy to put on. Yeah, we're not debating that. Obviously, his face is going to be bloated. What's the muscle weight? How much is muscle weight? How much is
exactly
you would put, dirty weight?
Right, you would put weight on regardless with that. I mean, what you're looking at with him there. Notice one thing he does not have. You see a gut on him. If you're dirty bulking that much, if you gain 30 pounds of dirty bulk weight, you're gonna have a gut on you, especially how much he weighs right now. In that picture, to me, he's either around 195 or 205, and he came from 167,
somewhere around there, 160, 165, 170, somewhere on there.
Right, and Dan Muccio is right. Dirty weight is fat. So as simple as that. I mean, if you're
you see that IG link. I'm sorry, you see the IG link, Dan? Are you looking at that?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Yeah.
I mean, if he was doing a full-on dirty bulk like that, then yeah, he would put on a bunch of weight and have a nice little pooch there going. Nice little boiler, if you will, like you guys call it.
Yep.
And he'll probably cut all that down. He's probably cut that down by now. I mean, he's probably lost all that water weight from cardio. I mean, you're going to lose. He's not going to retain all that. He'll look different in spring training. After you do all that cycling, you're probably going to keep maybe only about at most 10, 15 pounds. Okay.
I see what you're saying then. So by the time he gets to the spring training, he's going to look different than what he is. Is that concerning? I don't know. Is it a concern or is it nothing to see here?
I don't think. I
would think he knows better, but then again, I mean, you got superstars out there who.
Well, like I was telling you guys. I mean, Dan. We were talking about, like, in the early 2000s, you could, I don't know how old everybody is in chat, but in the early 2000s, you could go to Vitamin Shop and buy a thing called M1T off the shelf. What M1T was, cool lab actually, by that Patrick.
Is this
another one you could buy off the shelf over there was Andro too? So if you were going in there and didn't really know what the hell you were doing, you could buy something off the shelf, end up with a steroid because it promised you with massive gains, right? So that's all you saw was massive gains. So you bought this bottle of stuff, and next thing you know, you're gaining all kinds of weight, and now you're.
Is this Matos here? Is that Matos there, guys?
I can't tell. It could be.
Trying to. Where is there a video?
It says February 10th, 2023. That was a year ago.
23. Okay, I'm trying to find what video I'm on the site.
But the
Which
first
one is it? Who told me to go there? Creative Mindset. What
Creative
am I
Mindset.
looking for? Which video is it? Post or reel? Is it a reel or? Let me see.
Senior says it's the first video, he said. So which one's video? Which one's picture?
Hold on.
Lord, this.
Oh, did you see it? Was it
You
on
just got
there?
rid of it. You just got rid of it.
Hold on. Is it that one? Wait. Oh, nope. Hold on.
Not it.
No.
I got it. Wrong one. Let me go back. I got a reel. Out of the way there. Is it?
It must be that first one. I don't know. With
Is
all
it
the
that
guys,
one?
Hey,
Is it that one?
guys?
let it play.
If that was him
Also-
on the left, he's bigger. I
Is
can't
this-
tell though.
Is this it? Are we getting an affirmative?
See, there he is. He's cutting down.
Is that that's not him though, is it?
Can't tell. That's him there.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's him. SF. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cutting down.
Oh wow.
Now he's getting lean. That's how it works. You go on cycle, then you go off cycle. You cut and get the definition of the strength back.
Interesting.
Is that from dirty bulking or is that from?
That is not dirty bulk weight, not at all. That is.
Huh.
He's looking pretty damn good. Yeah, TN, he did retain a lot of muscle.
Yeah, he's definitely working his ass off. I give him that. Give him that.
There we go.
So I'll give him props. I like that he's working
I
out.
want to see. Is that him in the middle? Wait. That's him.
No, here's a question. When was the other video taken?
That's the question. Don't know. I don't know if that one was a more current. When was this one? We don't know when this was recorded. It looks like it's probably over a bunch of different days in time frame.
I get he's
But here's a question, and Senior, maybe you might be able to answer this. If the Giants got such an amazing facility in Papago, why doesn't he work out there rather than in his?
Well, because he wants to be at home. He's
I get
gone
that.
all year.
I get that, but you could stay home, but shouldn't it? I don't
Nah,
know.
you got to be home.
Because you could avoid maybe some of this.
Nah, he's got people. They got
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Believe me, you're gone for 7-8 months. Spend some time at home. And you know, Latin America, they got facility. I mean, look, they got guys like this.
Sure.
Well, I mean, you know,
Wait, doesn't the Giants have a facility in Dominican Republic?
the DR, yeah.
Philippe Alou. Does it? Philippe Alou has an academy down there.
And they got a facility down there, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is
what
this
do we? This is just on a loop. So
yeah.
I mean, so what are we actually saying? I think he looks great there.
I think he looks great.
He looks
There he does.
good. He looks a hell of a lot better than he did before.
I mean, are you saying that you think he was to put that heavy bulk on, that he might have, that's possible steroids?
No, would you guys agree? Hold on real quick, Dan.
No.
The picture that we showed from that clip a few days ago, he didn't look like that in the clips that we just saw though, right?
That looks a lot different, yeah.
He looks
But
different.
I don't know which one was first.
Don't know.
I
don't know.
Who knows?
We'll see. I
mean,
mean, again, we don't know.
Creative Mindshot, or what was it? Creative, what was his name?
Mindset, I think.
Mindset said that that's his latest video. So
it's his latest video, but we don't know when it was recorded because he's wearing different things every time. So it's a compilation, probably during the entire time that he's been down there. It's not going to be specifically to one workout.
So what I was getting at though, what were you saying? Because I didn't understand the whole process when we saw the picture of him being much heavier looking. you said that's part of the cycle or whatever you go through. What do you mean by the cycle of gaining weight and then taking it off, or is how do you get that big? Is it through creatine or is it through?
No, I'm kind of sorry, my connection's kind of going in and out. I guess Big Brother's watching or something.
Audio sounds fine. You're frozen.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So anyway, when you are on cycle, you're watching what you're eating, but you're eating more of it, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gaining weight. Now, when you go off cycle, that's when you want to start losing that water weight, start cutting down again, and then you restrict your diet. So you go into restricted diet, and that could last for however long you were on the cycle to begin with, the gaining phase, if you will, the bulking phase. So it's this constant thing that you're doing. You're constantly bulking. Then you're constantly going off cycle or just cutting, what they call cutting weight.
So,
and that's where you get the definition when you cut.
That's
right?
where you get the definition. That's where you lose the moon.
But how do you get that big? Is that? Are you saying you think that is through roids, PEDs, or you think it's from just like an overeating, eating what you want while lifting, and just getting
different type of supplement?
Right. Well, based off of what I saw when I first saw that video, I'm like, holy crap! Like, how do you don't go from a twig to that? Just with this, you don't do that from just eating McDonald's or excuse me, you don't get that from just eating a lot of rice and chicken or mass gainer protein shakes. That's not going to work for you. Not in that short of a time span. Again,
okay.
It's only been since October.
Time span. That's the issue.
The time span is what's getting it for me. You don't gain that amount and that quickly. And then now in these new videos, he looks a little bit more defined, like he's actually cut down. So it almost tells me that, hey, it looks more like an oral steroid cycle. But hey, again, that's just my opinion, and I'm not saying that
what? I like what Don's saying here. I'm gonna find this picture real quick. He says the Giants should be showcasing this footage of him working out, what we just saw. This makes me more excited to see the young. Why? Okay, here's a question. Why doesn't the Giants use that for quote unquote a hype video for your young guys? Why wouldn't the Giants use that? It's a good question.
I mean, we've never seen Matos before do this. Maybe he's done this in other off seasons. And I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. Who knows?
It looks like maybe this becomes a net gain. Like you said, maybe he bulks up to 170, 175 for the season. You think that could be realistic with more muscle?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the biggest thing for me too is also when you showed the spring training video. Look how small his arms were compared to what he has now. I mean, he had little pencil arms,
Right. But I mean, part of it is,
I know
he's still,
he was 20, lean.
Part of that, he's still growing,
right? Exactly.
Physically, and he's kind of at his peak in hormonal wise, where he can actually put on that muscle, right? I mean,
definitely. It's all down here to 25, So.
Yeah, I mean, Senior's saying. Senior is saying. You can do that without roids. You can do that without roids. Other supplements can do that too. I'm going to assume that he's clean.
He's on the up and up.
I don't know, but like I say, he knows the rules. And if he did ingest anything that was not legal, I don't think he would have done it intentionally.
Right.
I think some guys just say, "Oh, this stuff's fine,"
Right. Yeah.
And they trust their handlers.
Exactly. Where he comes from, they're notorious for that. Hey, this will help you, and they take it. They're used to their manager telling them they follow their manager to a T.
Exactly. Yeah, they trust their managers. They're guys that really have groomed them since they were like teenagers.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, he was signed by the Giants at 16. So whoever helped him get signed at 16 is probably in his life today when he goes back home.
100%. And they treat their players just like men at that age. So he's been
Right.
treated. So that's what he's very regimented and very disciplined. He's going to follow their orders to a T.
Right. And you would hope that, the Giants have somebody over there that oversees a little bit of that, make sure they're not getting into trouble, doing things they shouldn't be doing. So, look at Tatis. TN says he went back to the DR and did roids. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And then he also claimed the same thing. He also claimed that he didn't know what he was taking.
He didn't know he was taking it. Yep.
I kind of trust. I kind of believe these guys. A lot of these guys.
I do too. It's easy to get,
if they got a guy that they really trust,
Mhm.
and who's to say those guys don't know, haven't been told that it's from somebody else, right? I mean, I think he's an exciting player. I mean, again, Elliot Ramos is a guy I love, man. Talked to him, had a great interview with Elliot Ramos. Matos doesn't speak much English, so, but I would be thrilled with an outfield of Matos, Lee, and Ramos. I really would. I would just say, okay, you know what? Yaz, move on, what picture is this from?
This is supposedly 7 weeks ago.
7 days or weeks?
Weeks, 7 weeks ago.
Okay, that would have put us about the 1st of December, right around Thanksgiving, maybe.
Somewhere around there.
Mhm.
No, it would have been 1st of December.
Well, no.
1st of December.
Yeah, 1st of December.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if I
So
went
you got
back,
this.
1, 2, 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, December 8th, 7 weeks. So
Let me see something here.
That's just before and after.
Okay, hold on now. Hold on. Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. When was that? Yeah, I agree with. That's what I agree with. Great mindset on. When was that video taken? Because it's not
Right. So that's what he looks like 7 weeks ago, right? Let's look at this one now.
maybe that's
he looks a lot bigger there.
maybe that's 12 weeks ago.
We don't know. When was this? We don't know when this right here, where this video capture. We don't know when that interview was. We don't know when that picture was. Technically, here he's got a little bit of longer hair too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compared to this one here.
Right. See, yeah, that's
compared to this one. His hair is, it's poofed up a little bit, but I don't know if it straightens out if it gets that long.
He's nowhere near as defined in that last one.
Right. This one, he looks a little bit more defined.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah, you could still see the pecs. The not the pecs,
The
but
traps.
the traps.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, and some definition in the shoulder. You can see the definition separation.
Yeah.
Got some bicep right here.
And the bicep, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
You got some bicep.
That's your 50-50 man. First 50-50 man in baseball right there. That's your next Ronald Acuna.
We'll see.
No, it would be great. Hey,
we don't know. We don't.
I would love to see a Giant just do 2020. How's that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, 2020, right?
He could probably get you there right now.
Yeah, I feel better about seeing this. I don't,
Sure.
I don't think there's an issue. Creative mindset. That interview could be from 2 years ago for all we know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah. No, we don't know.
We don't know.
Exactly.
He could have, it could have been when he was hurt, right? Didn't he have a couple years ago where he was hurt and maybe he just got big?
We have no idea. That's the problem is we don't know dates, times, or anything like that.
Mark
Gray says that interview was
6 days ago.
How do we know that it was
Did it?
Was it
maybe
posted 60?
Was it okay? There's a difference between when it was posted and when it was recorded.
Yeah, when was that recorded?
NSN will teach you how to roid.
Don't do steroids, man. It'll kill you, especially oral ones. It'll kill your liver. There's my disclaimer.
Yeah, we're
Um,
not endorsing
No,
taking
it just happened to be one that
PEDs.
So
took them a few times when I was younger.
So how do we know the 6 days? What do we got, Mark? Where do we get that from? Do we get it from a stamp, date stamp in the interview, or because if that's
Well, Burrell isn't training Matos because Matos is in Latin America, so I don't think Burrell's there, or Burrell, however you want to say his last name. But I get what you're saying.
I think you say it's Stripling. Hajelli.
No.
Ain't no Spectre.
What do we got? This is not steroids advice, by the way. What do we?
No.
Nope.
Somebody? No, we're not.
The YouTube page, Pelotas. So it's a YouTube page. That's what Mark says.
Where we on the
Look it
YouTube
up.
page?
Pelota. I'm not gonna even try to say.
Okay, I'll let me hyphen it out so I can remember it because when I go to YouTube right now, Pelota Sucrence. Sucrence. Rensc. Pelota. Can I pull up a YouTube page on here?
Don't play nothing from it.
I think you can. I mean, it should be, as long as you're talking about it, it's fair use, I would believe.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't because if that's who's doing the interview.
Okay, I found Pelota.
She talks about his 2023 season.
Oh, we already did play it the other day.
That's the one we played, yeah. Right? Or no, that was through Instagram. You thought you were playing that through, right?
No, this is right here from, but maybe it was posted. I mean, it says 6 days ago.
Cryptic Trader says, okay, he was interviewed this year. Well, we've only been it's been 25 days of this.
How do we know it was interviewed this year? Did it say that in Spanish?
I don't know. That's a Cryptic Trader saying. It says, okay.
Do we have any Spanish-speaking people in the chat? If we play this, it can come translate.
Will Martinez can. Eddie, I think, can.
Can we bring somebody in here and have them translate, bring them into the chat, and then we'll stop and play so that we can, instead of typing it in, we can actually hear what, we can play 30 seconds and then.
Okay, Cryptic is saying she starts out saying this is my first interview of the year.
So this year?
Oh, yeah, there is a translate closed captioning on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Let me see how I can do this.
And then you could just don't even have to play the audio. We just have to read.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, put subtitles on, then click English.
Wait, where's English? It's
click on the little wheel button.
Do you want me to
closed captions, subtitles? Now, where's the wheel button?
Click the wheel button.
Subtitles. Let me change that to English. It's only in Spanish. Giving me options. No, come on, give me.
There should be a little wheel between the CC button there.
I see it. I'm hitting the wheel, and it's not.
And if you click on subtitles CC, it should give you. And then click on
Spanish auto translate.
It should be an auto translator. That's what.
Let me hit the auto. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
You got
auto.
it.
Yeah, hold on here. Let me English. Okay, hold on. Are we getting
our first interview of the year? It says.
Come on, give me. It's not. There's no subtitles there. Why aren't we seeing?
Did you hit play?
Let's see. Here it is. There we go. There we go.
There.
All right.
Cool.
Let's go back. Okay. Let me. So we don't even need to listen to it, right? We can just read it.
You don't have to listen.
Yeah,
just mute it and we'll read.
What are you guys laughing at?
Did you hit play?
Huh?
Nothing.
Cryptic. I just told you that.
Did you hit play? Okay. Yeah. Well, hold on. I had to get the share. Is it sharing?
Yep. You're good.
It's Sharon. Yep.
Nuestra primera entrevista del año.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
hey, hey. Mute that thing.
Es por eso
hold
que hoy
on.
Pelota su crece les
What the heck?
Don't kill it.
Yikes.
Okay, hold on. You want me to?
Hold on.
You're not even in the same. That's not the same one.
I'll
is
go
it?
back. Daggone it.
Nuestra primera
hold on.
entrevista del año
Where's
tenía
the
que ser
volume?
por todo
It's
lo
right there.
alto.
Hit the speaker.
Es por eso que hoy Pelota su crece les
This
trae. En
Right? There we go.
Okay, now where the hell the subtitles go?
They'll come back on. They're not talking.
Yeah,
Home run.
She was talking. All right, hold on. Let me.
Where's the? Hold on. What?
I think you got to do
Hold on.
it over again.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Subtitles. Oh, I got turned off.
Yeah, I got turned off.
Subtitles.
Are you good now?
I'm gonna get it. Subtitles on. Give me subtitles. I want on, not off. Yikes. You piece of crap. Subtitles. I want subtitles. Why won't this? Settings. Subtitles. It says it's got a check mark by the off. Spanish.
Oh yeah, click on Spanish.
Now I can hit.
Then go to auto translate.
There we go. There we go. Now I got it.
Or you could go Japanese or something. You feel funky.
Okay, I got it. If you need it,
Pissing me off. Hold on.
Damn, went back to.
I got it.
I don't care if you got it. I'm going to get it. When I screw up, I fix it.
There you go. Bueno.
Here we go. Is it playing still?
Yep. You good?
Yeah, you might want to zoom it up. There we go.
All right.
It is a very special day. Okay, we can all read it. We don't have to say it.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing that you missed it from the very beginning, it says this is the first interview of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, his head looks different, even when he's looking straight at the camera, because I thought maybe he was.
He looks a lot bigger there in those pictures, man. I'm telling you.
He does.
So this is sometime early in January, within the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It could have been within the last week. Who knows?
If she really means the first of this year, then yeah.
Have that concern. I want to play baseball. This is what I like. Well, from a very early age, this is the family I come from. My family is a baseball player. My dad was signed. My uncle was signed. I have several cousins also signed, be a baseball family. Well, and nothing from a very young age. I started with the ball. My dad always there throwing the ball at me and let's go to the stadium and all those things. I started here also with John Williams. I was also playing with Alexia and Bolivia, with Zoel Andrade, also Palmerito. There was also a fundamental part in that development when I was little, and very grateful to them, as you just said very well. You grew up in a family of ball players. What was it like growing up surrounded by so many ball players? And we want you to give names to credit all the ball players in your family. Okay, I'm done.
He definitely looks different there than the videos that they showed of him in whatever facility he was. He looks different.
That's a major change.
That is definitely something different.
So there's a ton of muscle underneath that then. Or this could have been early in the year and then he just went into the workout and took all that fat off, right? We don't know when those videos of him working out were either, do we?
No, we don't. This one we know was sometime within the last 3 weeks.
If that's the case, then wow, that's interesting. That's weird. Why would you do things in reverse?
Well, is it possible to get bulked up?
I'm not sure. Good question.
and then go into this heavy weight gain growth, and then take it back off, and then there's
So in other
more.
words, like use spring training as a way to cut down and get your definition back, or
No, I think he's going to come into spring training fit because he's fighting for a job. He's not coming
Right,
into spring training looking like that.
yeah, Stay Puft Marshmallow, man.
Gilbert
Yeah.
says, I just saw a clip from September of 2023. His hair was way shorter. Can he be hiding all that hair? I think the hair is the answer. Remember, I said that in that.
Well, that's one of those, what do you call it, things? That's not real hair in the back, right?
I think it might be.
Isn't that where they put those?
Why would he put extensions in?
I don't know. Looks kind of cool. I can't do it. Can I do that?
You can get those transplants, man. They put your butt hairs on your head.
It's too late, Will. It's too late, man.
Oh,
If I'm not mistaken,
man.
his hair is a little bit more puffy. Remember, I showed that picture right here. I'll show it while that's playing here.
Alex Barbato. This is our Acuna. That would be kind of cool.
yeah, he's got the talent for sure, man.
Hey, Luis Matos is driven. He's comes from a family of ball players. Is this? Oh, did it end? Okay,
No.
we're over.
That's his hair on the right. You see how it's kind of. Hold on. See, it's kind of poofy up here. It's kind of poofy, and I think he straightened it out to get those the braids in.
All right. We're gonna overanalyze this
there it
thing.
is. Hold on. Yeah, we are.
The news improved.
We got nothing else to talk about right now.
No, man, it's for real.
All right, behaving. How much more is this interview? Let me look here.
I think it's like an hour long. I don't know how long it is.
It's like 25
Oh, it's 25 minutes. Let's see if we can get into some talk. Wait, you became a professional baseball, began your career in the minor league. Let me see if there's any. I'm going to scroll up. Hit a wing. Oh, is that the one he hit right down the left field line? His first homer?
First one.
That went over the car, kind of? I mean, looking at him here, I mean, he's definitely not fat in the stomach.
No.
And his chest either. No, he's not. There's no weight in his chest either.
Yeah, this is there? I have a question on this. Is there a way to get like really fit, like he showed in the video, and really muscle, and then kind of put that what he looks like now and kind of play like Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to go from what he was showing in that picture to, I mean, the one we just saw where he was lifting all those weights?
Well, does this kind of weight do any good for you athletically?
Well, I mean, what I'm seeing right now is a bunch of water weight. Not really. I mean, it helps you out with having a lot of water weight in there. It'll definitely help you with your strength. I mean, when you're lifting weights.
Okay, so then he can just take that off. How do you take that off? Just like
I'll just run your ass off. I mean, yeah, you with the water weight, you just sweat it all out. It's all good.
Okay.
Someone's
So,
asking.
I mean, is that like 10 pounds of water weight?
That could easily be. Yeah, that's not. You're not looking at fat there. That's a lot of water weight. So in other words, it won't take him a lot of time to lose all that. In other words, all he's got to do is just keep his cardio up. He'll run all that stuff off.
I mean, I never. I mean, you're talking me. My high school year was 1980. That was my last year. I mean, we didn't even have. We just had free weights. Yeah. Well, we had machines and stuff, but we did rounds and stuff. But it wasn't. We didn't have a big weight room. It was
Right.
like there was like one little in a you know, I remember our weight room. It was kind of like in one of those storage shed things, big storage. You know, it's just like,
Oh yeah, I had a similar setup actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like nothing fancy, and it's like I used to. I mean, I spent most of my time on the leg presses and the, you know, where you put your feet under the rollers and lift up, and then
Oh yeah.
I got on my stomach and I worked my hamstrings. I had massive legs because I was a field goal kicker, and I stopped playing position wise. You know, I stopped playing my last couple of years. I didn't, and I just concentrated on kicking. So I wasn't doing a ton of upper body strength. You know, it was just my legs because, you know, I could kick a ball 60 yards. But and my legs were so strong that I could dunk a basketball at 5'11", you know, in high school. But I didn't have any upper body strength. I was only 155.
Oh man, that's how much I used to weigh
Yeah.
before I did my little experimentation. I got to a point to where my senior year of college, my last year of rugby, before I joined the Army, I was a little muscle hamster. I was 5'10", 196, 10% body fat.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Johnny T says, Dan, you could dunk. Yeah, I could dunk over 40 years ago. Maybe like 43 years ago, whatever it was.
I sure as hell couldn't. I can't jump for crap myself.
I could really jump. I mean, I could jump, but I could, you know, I was quick. Like I said, I was 5'11". I'm still 5'11". I was 5'11" my freshman or sophomore year. I basically stopped growing. I was 155. Pretty much, I was pretty much just a string bean, you know.
But I think one of the other points I was trying to make too was, you know, having been an athlete in college, being a collegiate athlete, we did use the off season to take opportunity to do stuff like that if you wanted to. And the reason why is because you weren't being tested at that time. Nobody was giving you your analysis or nothing. So,
Wow,
that's
one of the things that amazes me is when I watch these guys go out to the big league mound, and they're not even standing on the mound really. They stand right like on the bottom of the dirt, right where the grass is, to throw out the first pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking guys that bounce the ball. I don't know if it's nerves or what, but man, I think I could throw a strike still from the mound at 60. And I'm almost 63. And I think I could throw it in there at about, if I really worked out and got my arm loose enough, I think I could still throw it at 75, 80 miles an hour.
Well, did you see Nolan Ryan when he hit the mound? What was he, 64 years old, and he threw an 82-mile-an-hour fastball?
82?
Yeah,
and he probably could still do 90, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure he could if he wanted to. Yeah,
I think I can. I don't think I could probably do, if he's doing 80, I think I could probably do 72. You know, I think I can throw a straight strike, because I still throw a ball now. You know, like I'll go in my backyard and I'll play with the dogs and I'll bounce a rubber ball off the walls so they're chasing it. I just don't understand how guys can go out there on the mound and they can't even throw it 20 feet. It just goes right into the dirt.
Yeah.
I've seen so many ex-athletes do it, and I'm just like, what happened?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they just lose their touch.
I mean, I could go out right now and, you know, warm up and throw a football 30 yards pretty easily.
Yeah, it feels natural.
Yeah. I guess it's if you're just used to playing, you know. I don't know. I mean, that's one thing. My arm's I can still throw. But anyway, I'm not, haven't seen anything on this about, training or anything in the video. Have you guys seen anything?
No, I haven't seen anything.
No.
I was looking more for a date too. Like
Let
they're
me
talking
move-
about last year.
Let me
She
move
mentioned
this.
she mentioned in there about
Oh,
2024.
Miguel Cabrera. Oh, I thought Melky Cabrera. I thought, wow, yes, sir. Cabrera. Sorry for interrupting you. You received a hit from Miguel Pereira. How do you? Okay. Almost.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, Venezuela. To live that pleasant. Any more? I'm scrolling here to get to the end, guys. This must be at his home, I guess, huh? Because there's pictures of him. It's not her home.
Yeah, it's like his little shrine.
21. That's pretty exciting, man.
The Love Me wall.
Remember the Love Me books with all your awards in it and all your orders?
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what we call
Oh,
it.
hey, there's pelota. What does that mean? Goodbye? Adios? No. Adios.
Ball.
Ball.
Isn't that ball?
Ball.
The ball,
right?
yeah.
Good ball. Pelota. Ball. Sucrens. Baseball. Whatever. Pelota.
Go back. Go back. That's what Senior says. Go back.
Go back to what?
When he
Right there,
stretches
a little
his
too far, I think, right?
when he stretches his arms up.
Oh, did he? Right there?
No, he said right there, pause. I don't know where.
Holy, yeah, man! Wow.
Wait, what am I looking at? Pause where?
Look at his arms. Go back again.
When he stretches his arms out.
Yeah, when he puts his hands on his knees.
Maybe get rid of the damn the text now. We don't need that no more. Right?
Right, hold on.
There. Okay, let's check this out. You're good. You're good.
Tell me when. Okay, pause. Let's see.
There you go. No, it's he stretches his arms all the way out.
Yeah, he looks like the new home run king.
I'm refraining.
Don says his forearm definition leaning to his biceps indicates clean gains to me.
Don who?
Michio.
Okay. Oh, Don.
Don.
Okay, Don. Okay.
Thanks, Don.
Paisano.
I'm not looking at the chat right now. I've got it just on this Matos.
Yeah,
screen.
gotcha. Yeah,
So
no worries.
I'm trying. Has he stretched out yet, or
No, not yet. I think you went back to. Oh,
there
here we go.
There you go.
Holy shit.
There you
dude.
go.
Look at those triceps.
There's your next home run king, gentlemen.
Not the triceps, but the forearm muscle.
Both.
What is that muscle right there on the top of his forearm?
remember when we do this? We
Pretty
put this
more.
into a little short tomorrow, Eric. Maybe just mark this where we're talking here in our deal here.
See?
So let me hit play again.
Ian, thank you. That's not dirty at all, man. That is water retention plus muscle. Yep.
Wow.
Yep, Rooney, my friends.
That's how bad it is, D-Shot. Right. Exactly. We don't trust these people.
All right, we're getting to the very end. Let's see if he stretch. Look at the
Tien actually for a bulk cycle, he has no fat, which is freaking amazing. So he must have done some serious cardio when he was on cycle. That's a lot of water weight. What we saw right there. When you had all that definition hanging out there. Yep. Yeah,
Okay, so he has water weight, but you're saying it's clean water weight.
Yeah, he didn't do a dirty bulk. In other words, he didn't put out a bunch of fat.
Cool.
Yeah, he's looking pretty damn good.
wow.
So why are the Giants saying something about this?
That's gonna be a strong kid, man.
Right? Then why? Then why not? Why are we talking about this instead of the Giants?
If he looks that good, hell yeah, I'll be pimping this guy out. Right?
This is something that you're losing your fans because of what's going on. So why not use this as an opportunity to say, this is what we got, guys. Be happy for the future. Something. But you know what? We all know what's going to happen. He's going to get platooned.
He looks good, man. He loses that water weight. He's going to look like a
Yes,
freaking-
Giants PR sucks.
Oh, of course.
Wow. That is encouraging.
That's
I think he
Good.
changed his number to. Did he change his number? He gave.
No,
Who gave up their number? Was it Ramos or Matos?
Ramos.
Yeah.
Ramos gave it up.
To who?
To was it Ray? Ray, right? Yeah.
7. Well, who? I
think it was Robbie Ray.
Oh, that's right. He took 17. So
Yeah.
Ramos is going to be 17.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And Ray's whatever he was last year. Okay. All right. Or was it Hicks? Mark Graves says it was Hicks. Okay. Gave it up to Hicks.
Oh, Hicks. That's who it was. There you go. And it was somebody.
Well, cool, guys. Hey, Will, thanks for
coming in.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
man.
coming in and explaining that. So Luis Matos, guys, might be a guy to, I think one thing, I have this thought that maybe the Giants, and I would be okay with this if they just come out and say it. It's the coming out and acting like they want to sign guys and then not signing that gets you ticked off. If they just said, we're not going to sign anybody, we're content with going with the young guys. Because Bob Melvin played a lot of young guys when he was at the A's.
He did. Brought that up.
So if he could get the most out of these guys, Matos and Ramos and
Schmidt
and Schmidt and Lee and Luciano and Bailey and Estrada, just go with it.
That's the lane. You said that. Play the young guys.
I've always said pick a lane. Just stay out of the middle lane. What I have proposed was moving over to the fast lane by signing those guys, Bellinger, Snell, Hoskins, Soler. That's the fast lane. That's to get into the playoffs. That roster would put the Giants, in my opinion, fighting for second place. And I believe that in the National League West. But if you're not going to do any of that, then just play the young guys.
And you still could sign Bellinger and Hoskins and Snell and still play Matos, Luciano, Schmidt, Bailey.
Well, right? if you said Bellinger and Snell and who?
In the outfield, you could have Matos and left, right? So you can't. Because you got Conforto. That's the problem.
Well, you can move on for Conforto. I mean, believe me, you can get out. You can get out of that. If you want to play the young guys, you can.
Yeah.
The problem is the Giants have to pick a lane, and it's either the fast lane or the slow lane. You start at the slow lane with the young guys, they'll confidently move over to the middle lane, and all of a sudden, just like when you were 16 and going 100 miles an hour when you shouldn't have, like I was, you felt pretty darn confident. I mean, I remember driving to Candlestick at 16, weaving in and out through the, before I hit the Caldecott Tunnel. I'm like, zoom, zoom, I got to get, here I am 16. But, I started off slow, but you get more confident, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guys that are you just get through those learning mistakes and move over. I'd have no problem moving off of Conforto and Yaz and Slater and going with the young guys. I mean, heck, you're going to see Meckler at some point eventually, and hopefully Von Brown. Von Brown's the guy I want to see, because that guy, you want to talk about a guy that is ripped. Von Brown is, man, he's ripped. He's a guy that he could be a really good player if he gets his chance and gets it together. Driving 2 lanes like a bunch of the drivers that are in the Bay Area. Oh gosh. Well, Cryptic Trader says Meckler sucks. We don't know that for sure. He hit high levels over, 350 over all levels until he got to the majors.
Between double and triple A, the guy was.
Yeah, he just got overmatched and he wasn't ready.
Right.
He'll figure it out. If you can hit, you can hit, and you'll figure it out. Hopefully. So
there you go. Will got some props from Senior. Says
Right
we're
on,
good
Steve.
tonight. I know you wanted to go up against you in rugby field.
and congrats, Will, on the. I did break the beam. If you saw that beginning of the show,
I did, man. I did.
I broke.
He broke the beam.
Your
with a
team
pencil.
deserved to win that game. We always collapse, and that herder. Well, you saw.
Oh
how I
gosh,
think
I
about
can't
it.
believe he missed both free throws. I
What
was
a
just shocked.
clown! He gives up the ball. He takes the wildest shots at the wrong time.
I thought the Warriors totally choked it down with the last possession because you knew that what they were trying to do, they weren't even trying to get into a offense. They just were looking for Curry, and then they found Curry, and then the Kings trapped him. It's like Kerr should have just called timeout. Soon as
yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, what? Okay, we won. That's how quick it was. I was like, okay, they should have planned that a long time ago.
Well, yeah, they should have. You don't want to call timeout. Well, if you call it on the rebound, you can advance it if you don't dribble in the backcourt. I think they didn't want to get Sacramento in a set defense, but the problem is the ball kind of bounced all over the place. I mean, he clanged that second free throw, and as it came out, far, and then they had to dribble it over and find Curry, and it's like then they found Curry, and it was like it's too late. As soon as you found Curry, he was like way out of position. Yeah. So they blew that.
That was a tough loss. That was a tough way to lose.
Yeah,
you at least want one more shot. If you miss, then you obviously lost.
Yeah. When you dribble it between your legs and it bounces, that kind of sucked. So hey, it is 106 in Arizona. I gotta go. Thanks, Sardal, for letting us know. Breaking news. Mark Gray says, I heard Will B was suspended.
Man, that was 15 years ago, damn it. That was the last time I ever talked.
You've been suspended from it caught up with you, man.
Funny.
No statute of limitations on the Military History Chronicles HR department, man. That HR department is strict. I couldn't even get hired on
What
there.
a tight ship.
I tell you what, though, Dan. I joined the Army at 196. They called me a fat guy. I obviously wasn't fat. I was just full of muscle. But they ran me so badly. I went down about 165 when I graduated basic training.
Damn.
Wow.
They ran it off me, man.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I lost it all.
I tried to get on. I tried to get on staff at Military History Chronicles. Eric ran some medical tests on me.
So no go.
He said, "No, you got it. You're like Farhan. You got head up your ass."
Yeah, you didn't pass the hairline.
Yeah.
What do you mean? All right, man. Hey, we're gonna call it a night. Yeah, Meckler hitting college, hitting rookie ball, hitting AA and AAA. A hitter hits. I'm gonna bet he's gonna. Absolutely, exactly. He'll hit. Don't worry about him. He will be a guy that will. Not in 24. He may not see the majors this year. He may not. Depends on how the season goes. I would say by 25, expect to see Wade Meckler. Yeah, it's somewhere in some major league ball club. All right, guys, where's our music? It was going.
Yeah, because sometimes if I go too soon, it starts blocking you out. What you're saying. StreamYard, like how it's doing right now.
It was just pressing.
Yep.
Matos could be a big pickup in our fantasy. Hey, I told you guys, if I play in the league, I'm drafting all Giants, and I'm just going to see how they do. I'll have Matos, Ramos, Conforto, Lee, Wade, Flores, Estrada, Luciano, Schmidt, Bailey, and I'll pick up their pitchers. And we'll just see how I do.
I've been doing a few mock drafts myself.
Oh, man, I've been addicted to it.
Yep, doing the mock drafts.
Man. I want to go back to football. Gosh.
I do too, man. Yeah.
Football's a little bit more competitive because you go against each other. Baseball is just more of just accumulating everything you can.
Right.
Yeah. Baseball is probably a little bit more fair, though.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, football, you can be kind of lucky at times.
Oh, yeah, like the first time you and I played, I beat you off of my defense.
Yeah, you get 39 points. Don't remind me. I remember it. You know what's crazy is you see guys, the way the teams, just the luck of the draw. Two teams would play and somebody win with 81 to 68, and then some guy would lose, getting 178 points because the other guy got 190. And you're like, what? I would have won against every other team in the league, and I lost. You know, that kind of sucks. There's got to be a way where I wonder if you just played everybody. Wonder what fantasy football would be like instead of playing head to head. You had a 12-team league.
Play for points.
And the top 6 points win.
Yeah.
Whoever scored the most, 6 highest teams won for the week. How would that be?
I think they have those kind of setups, actually. I think I've heard about that. Yeah, senior talking about it right now.
Oh, because to me, that's like fair. Because
there's also survivor leagues too, where if you lose a game, you lose the person's wiped out. They lose all their players, and the people can go pick them up on the waiver wire.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
survivor leagues. There's all kinds of leagues. Maybe we should create like 5 or 6 different leagues next year, different types.
Got enough followers now, that's for sure.
How did you do in your survivor league? You never said, Dan.
I did awesome. I was in week 6, and let me see if I can pull this up. I'll see if I can show you. Okay. Let me pull up the pools. Playoff pick'ems. Let's see if they have where are the pools? Anyway, the Survivor League. I was in week 6. I was 5-0, and I made my selection for the 6th, and then I hit I hit my picks, but I guess when I hit, it says done or whatever, it didn't go through.
Oh.
And I got eliminated.
Oh.
And I was like, it pissed me off because I was like, I know I hit it, and sometimes it was just a glitch. But you guys should check this out. There are so many pools. You would love this pool thing. It's I'll give you you know what? I'll just put up the website right now in the chat. The THESZN. If I hit dot, will it show up in here? Dot. Okay.
Yeah, it'll show up.
Yeah, it should. Yeah.
Okay.
You and I will show up. No one else. Yeah.
All right. Go to that site, guys. They have pools for everything. They have college football, baseball, March Madness. They've got NBA. They've got golf. They've got pools for everything, and you can enter. I think I paid $69 last year, maybe, and I got in like 10 pools, and they were fun. They were really, really fun. So check that out, and you'll enjoy it. I had a blast with it. This week, I'm still in the playoff pool. I picked the Niners and the Ravens for this week. So, although, what do you guys think? Who do you got, Will?
I'm going with the Niners and Ravens as well.
Okay.
Niners, Ravens, yeah.
Although I can see, I can see where KC does take over for the Ravens place, and
I wouldn't be. I would love to get a shot at KC again.
I would love to stick it to Mahomes so badly, man.
Yeah.
We deserve our sweet revenge.
Who did the Niners match up better, against KC or against Baltimore? Probably KC, right?
Oh, you know what? That's a great question because both have really good secondaries.
Yeah.
Snead is a completely
Snead.
locked down.
Wasn't that a guy that the Giants, or not the Giant, that the Niners may have been looking at? I know Larry was talking about that, right? Maybe early in the
Yeah.
season.
I don't
Remember?
know. Sure. I wouldn't mind seeing the Chiefs Niners though, because I think it would be tough for the Chiefs to score. Although
I think so.
it would be, they have that crazy wild horse running back Pacheco that might get through the defensive line of the Niners. But
Yeah, that guy is something else.
On the other
man.
hand, I can see McCaffrey running all over them as well.
yeah. All right, guys, we're going to end it. Thanks for joining. Thanks to Will. Thanks to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, I appreciated that chat, man. You guys are great tonight.
Thanks for your help on this. Thanks for your
Yeah.
help on this. Yeah, bringing that
Awesome.
all out on everything there with Matos, and let's hope for a big, huge season from Luis Matos.
And
Absolutely.
it's not very often I get to admit to taking steroids on a live stream.
Hey, man. Hey,
It is what it is.
hey,
It is
people,
what it is.
a lot of people that were
Oh.
in those. I mean, it was rampant in. Hey, even back in before me in high school, I remember hearing guys, my brothers playing, guys who were playing line. They were skinny guys that all of a sudden bulked up and became. I mean, hey, let's put it this way: guys have become multimillionaires in sports taking steroids.
Oh, yeah.
It's rampant in slow pitch softball.
Oh, gee.
I thought that was more beer.
Yeah.
You sure that's not what's rampant?
All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a great one.
Later, dude.
Woo!
Peace.